So today I'll be talking about one of the 7 principles of making marriage work. The 7 principles for making marriage work by John M. Gottman is it's an overview of the concepts, behaviors, and skills that guide couples on the path toward harmonious and lasting relationship. In the book, Gottman details 7 principles for couples to follow to nurture their relationship and improve their marriage to help them endure during challenging times. These principles include: number 1, enhancing the love map; number 2, nurturing their fondness and admiration; number 3, turning towards each other instead of away; number 4, letting their spouse influence them; number 5, solving their solvable problems; number 6, overcoming gridlock; and number 7, creating and shared sense of meaning. Today we will be talking about principle number 3, which is turn towards each other instead of away. Couples who turn towards each other build mutual trust. Couples who instead turn away from each other are most likely to lose their way, and you rarely see small moments of connection between them. Many of these marriages end up in divorce. What can be done for relationships to not end in divorce? Well, we turn towards bids for connection. Bids is an attempt from one individual to another in a relationship for attention, affection, affirmation, and any other positive connection. In a marriage, bids can show up simple ways that sometimes might be overseen by the other partner. These bids may be a wink or a smile, a compliment, a touch, holding of hands. It may also be more complex things like helping with the dishes, taking out the trash, or giving advice. In a healthy relationship, both partners are comfortable making bids. However, women tend to make more bids than men do. Men seem to be the ones that miss bids more often. It is important to learn to recognize bids for both partners in order to have a healthy relationship. Each partner has to commit to making bids to one another. In other words, to miss a bid is basically to turn away. In a relationship, turning away can be devastating because it diminishes the bid or the connection. It can also mean that the partner can make bids for attention, affection, and enjoyment for someone else elsewhere. This is where cheating may take place. The majority of fights that partners in relationships have are a result of turning away from each other or bids that get diminished. Therefore, turning away in relationships have a result of suppressed negativity, and partners turn into like this attack defend mode. Turning away from each other may negatively impact their emotional connection with each other. Bids or turning towards each other starts with paying attention, and working on bids with time will come handy. Simply recognizing the bid that it opens the doors to the response. Therefore, as you continue moving through life together, you will have the risk of heading into a more vulnerable territory and finding effective ways to make deep and lasting emotional connections with your partner. You will need to show attention and commitment throughout the day. Some examples of what you can do is maybe waking up in the morning and telling your partner how beautiful she looks, or putting your arms around her and letting her know or letting him know how grateful you are to have them in your life. You can also tend to your partner needs. You can kiss them hello or kiss them goodbye. You can verbally notice when your partner is looking stressed or sad. Give your partner your divine attention and join your partner in housework activities and doing things that you both enjoy. The couple that I'm currently working with is Isabella and Camilo Fernandez. The Fernandez have been married for 12 years, and now they have 4 kids, ages 8, 6, 4, and 2. Isabella is a stay-home mom, and Camilo works at a distribution center. Camilo works excessive hours, and Isabella is not happy with Camilo's behavior. All he wants to do is come home and play video games. He does not help around the house or with the kids. But what bothers Isabella the most is that Camilo does not pay attention to her. He ignores her completely. He does not even look for her anymore. She is scared that Camilo has stopped loving her. On the other hand, Camilo complains that Isabella does not pay attention to him. She doesn't talk to him like she used to. He works and get no recognition. His wife does not want to be intimate with him. He feels rejected, and Isabella does lately is complain about him. She does not recognize everything that he does. Therefore, he has stopped trying, and all he wants to do is come home, relax, and play video games. Hello.
Hi.
It's so nice to see you again. How are you?
Doing good.
How you're doing?
Good, yourself?
Fine. So, how was your drive here?
Lots of traffic.
Lots of traffic?
Yes.
Was it a little bit frustrating?
Oh, yes.
So how are the kids?
They're doing okay.
Kids are fun, right?
Yes, they could be fun.
So how's your day going so far?
Just frustrated and just long. It's a long day today.
Okay. So we had our the beginning of our sessions last week. So this week, I want to know, how was your interaction with each other during this past week? So we can start with either of you. Who would like to start first?
I guess I could go first.
So tell me, how has this week been with Camilo?
It hasn't changed. He's still being the same Camilo that we know. He hasn't tried. He hasn't helped around. He hasn't even looked at me. He just doesn't want to help me around the house. I just feel like I'm a single mom and he doesn't help me out at all.
Okay. How has your interaction been with Isabella?
I mean, I don't know how she expects me to help her around the house with all the chores that she needs me to help her with when I'm away from home 12 hours a day. I get home tired, wanting some kind of recognition, some type of personal affection, and I don't get any of it. But she expects me to just do chores when I get home.
Well, not all the chores. I mean, help me at least, hey, let me put the kids to shower or something. But you want me to talk to you, and I'm tired. I'm tired of doing everything. I have to take care of the kids. 4 kids is not easy. And then I have to take them to doctor's appointments, practice, and school. And then I still have to cook and clean. And you expect me to just be ready when you come?
See, this is what I mean. All day she does is just complain about me. She's constantly yelling at me. She doesn't pay attention to any of the needs that I have. She doesn't talk to me like we used to before we had kids or anything like that. We used to actually have conversations between the two of us, how our days were, and just have more personal connections. But I feel like all that has been lost, and we don't have that anymore.
But you don't even try. You just don't try at all. And I'm tired. By the time you get home, I'm tired of doing everything.
But when I try, you push me back, and you don't want to have those conversations, and you don't want to be intimate where we could talk about things.
Because by the time you get home, I'm already frustrated. I don't want to talk to you. I don't care what you have to say. Because I'm tired already and frustrated for the whole day. Dealing with kids is not easy.
Mm-hmm.
See, that makes me feel rejected, What kind of man would want to keep looking for a woman and be constantly getting rejected all the time?
Well, maybe if
always says no.
Well, maybe if you help around, maybe if you, hey, let me help you out with this. It might not be much, but if you help me a little bit with something, it might help me maybe get in the mood of being with you.
Do you see what I mean, though? Anytime we try to have a conversation about us, those are the complaints that always come out.
You're just acting like a victim.
So last week you talked about how you feel that he doesn't look at you and that he doesn't pay attention to you.
That's
and
right.
And you feel that he might stop loving you.
He doesn't love me anymore because somebody that loves helps me out around the house, cares and asks me how you're doing throughout the day. Hey, call me during his lunch or break, but he doesn't.
Okay,
But
so
why try? Why try? No matter every attempt I make is never good enough to satisfy whatever it is that she wants from me. If I ask her things, call her anything, it's never enough. It's always complaints about this or that.
so you both have expressed yourself or how you feel and what bothers you about him, and you have complained about or have expressed the way that you feel, how she makes you feel, and how you feel ignored and neglected, and you feel ignored and neglected as well.
Right.
So I have a question. Have you guys, what are the positive things that you've seen that you do for each other? Have you noticed anything that he does that has made you happy?
No, not at all.
Do you think that you have not seen it, or that he has not done it, or is because maybe you missed it?
No, because he doesn't care.
How about you, Camilo?
I do appreciate, everything she does, taking care of the kids and taking everything at home while I'm away for so long. But I feel like the things that I do aren't appreciated.
So, are there any good gestures that may make you feel better that she has done in this past week?
Not in this past week.
And this, so what it seems here, you both still have love for each other because you both need each other at a certain extent. He needs that those talks. He needs that attention. He needs to be intimate with you. You need him to help you. You need him to make you feel loved or desired. So you both kind of have the same needs, but at the same time, you have so much responsibility that you're kind of missing those little details that used to make you happy. You have to stop doing it on your part because of all that you have to do all day with your 4 kids and your frustrations with the doctor, the school, and the practice. And you, with your work, you work how many hours a week?
About 60 plus.
60 plus a week. So he's working 12-hour shifts almost every day.
But he comes home and plays video games instead of actually spending time with us or his kids or helping out. He just plays video games all day.
Do you think, Isabella, that you might be missing some of the things that he's doing for you?
No, not at all. He doesn't try.
Okay. And do you think you might be missing things?
I don't know. I mean, I just got to a point where I just get home and I just try to block everything out. So I just sit down, play video games. I mean,
You don't try.
You get to a point where you just feel like it doesn't matter what you do. It just feel like it's not good enough. So I think I've just got to a point where I just want to kind of block that out and just have some peace.
And it's understandable from both parties to find ways to basically find that peace that you each need. But at this same time, it's keeping you apart. It's making a separation between you guys. So the goals of our therapy is going to be to find that connection again, to be able to connect with each other, to be able to find that trust and that partnership that you guys had at the beginning of your marriage. Okay? So today, I'm going to give you 2 exercises to do at home for both of you. Because you guys are so frustrated with each other that you're missing things out because you have love for each other and you can see that you have love for each other and you want to make it work. Correct?
Yeah.
Am I correct or am I wrong?
In my part, yes. I don't know if he wants to continue.
Of course I do.
You both do, Isabella, and I can understand why you could be so upset about it. But at the same time, I'm going to give you 2 exercises, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The first exercise, it's going to be the emotional bank. And it's basically, it's a ledger that is going to help you keep account of how much your partner has been connecting with you in little ways, okay? This can significantly benefit your marriage since you guys may be missing the little bits. Bits are connections, little actions that connect you together, like a touch, like a pat in the back, or if he sees you sad, he comes and talks to you, or he takes out the trash, he picks up after himself. Those are little things that even though you might feel like are his obligation, he can be doing it to make you happy. Okay, so you both are gonna start a ledger, and when you see these little things, you're gonna write it down and you're gonna give points to each other. Okay, but try not to make it a competition, because this is not a competition. This is about looking at those little things that are gonna help you connect with each other. Like if she gives you a call in the middle of the day to ask you how your day is going. Okay, that's a bit, that's a connection. That's something that's little by little, it's gonna start constructing your relationship again. You gotta put from your part, and you gotta put from your part. Okay, so you both have to work together on this. That's exercise 1. So the main goal is to make small improvements and notice each other's how you're moving towards each other, because those bits are, like I said, are gonna connect you. It's gonna be what's gonna connect you. The exercise 2 is gonna be more of meeting Camilo's needs. So it's about reuniting at the end of the day and talking about how your day went. You're gonna be having a discussion that is gonna be like a stress reliever, okay? And you're gonna discuss things that are happening outside your marriage. This time to come together is not to discuss each other or to complain about each other or to find things that he or you are not doing. This is about talking about your day. How did your doctor's appointment went today? How did the kids behave today? How was your day? Did you have any issues, any problems? What makes you happy? Oh, today Camilo made a goal and he was so excited and it made me so happy that happened to him. I was able to lose 5 pounds. Things like that. You're gonna talk about what's happening around your world so that you are able to connect with each other. So you have to have basically, you have to communicate with understanding, take your partner's side, express we against the world. So if there's a problem, you're showing support to him and you're on his side. Okay? We're gonna concentrate less on being critical and more on being supportive of each other and confining in each other. Okay, so this is gonna help your marriage to come to a positive level, where the things that you guys hate about each other or that are making you feel unhappy about each other are gonna diminish. And the things that you do to love each other or to show care for each other are gonna become easily. So they're gonna become a real thing in an everyday activity. Does it make sense? Mm-hmm. So we're gonna concentrate on the positive and not on the negative, and we're gonna write everything that makes us happy that our partner has done, even the smallest thing, like pick up the plate from the table, or you putting the kids to the shower, or putting them into bed, read a story, so that she can have time to relax in the room at the end of the day. Okay? Everything else is gonna come together because you guys are already making the little things that makes you happy. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna talk about it at our next session. Okay. All right, does that sound good?
Sounds good.
All right then. Well, we have come to the end of the session, and you can schedule something with my assistant outside, and we can see each other again.
Oh, sounds good.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day and enjoy your week. Okay?
Me too, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.